Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. I finally got the sound on. This one's called Dark Fields 2009. Giving this one 5 out of 5 stars. I love this flick. It's got an all-star cast. David Carradine, Richard Lynch, the mom from E.T., the extraterrestrial, and Cheryl from Evil Dead. It's got plenty of gore. It's got full frontal nudity. And it is one weird movie. Of course, it's got the rolling credits that say in memory of David Carradine, because it's one of his last movies. I don't know if it is his last movie, because the last movie I saw from 2010 after he died, the Chinese Kung Fu movie. True Hero? No, True Legend, sorry. Why did I say True Hero? True Legend was the name of the movie. That one was one of his last, but I don't know if this one was his last. It's hard to tell the difference between when these were actually filmed, when they were released. So that's a little bit tricky. I'm going to leave that to somebody else to decide. Anyways, he did a ton of movies right before he died, and he plays this character from the 1860s in the town of Perseverance. What a name, huh? So what happened is Whitey killed a bunch of the shaman's children. So the shaman turned around and put a curse on the entire town of Perseverance. So now Whitey doesn't get rain until they kill their children. So they hold a lottery and stuff. So it's got that lottery thing from Dark Shadows towards the end when Dan Curtis ran out of ideas. He came up with the lottery thing, which I believe is a short story from the 1950s, if I'm not mistaken. And it's just, I couldn't really follow the different characters in this movie, but anyway, right off the bat, you see topless gal, white woman, and later on we get the full frontal. So it's got a little bit of everything, I guess you could say, and to compound matters further, the curse also gives people this weird kind of genetic disfigurement. Makes their skin crumble, their fingernails fall off, and they look like the Thing from the Fantastic Four. That's what their skin looks like when they don't soak themselves in the rain, which has some kind of magical power to cure them. But they can only get rain when they kill their children. So that's the gist of the curse. Meanwhile, there's this guy in this top hat, which I don't understand. I guess he's a shaman. I'm not sure, but he's got these razor sharp teeth, and he likes to bite kids with it. So what they do if they pick your kids for the lottery, you bring them out to the forest and they hang on this Blair Witch kind of contraption, and then the shaman dude bites him in the neck, and I'm not sure where that biting thing came in, or how it came into play with the curse. That was a little bit of a plot hole there, but nevertheless, weird flick, and it keeps jumping between generations. So you got the 1860s is one part of the movie, and then you got the 1950s is another part. That's with the E.T. mom. The 1860s is with David Carradine. And then you fast forward to present day and you get Cheryl from Evil Dead. So it's like 3 movies within one. And pretty cool. The top hat guy in the present day is really creepy looking. He's got the sharp teeth, and even the guy from the 50s is weird looking. At first, E.T. mom has her kids and her 3 daughters in some hotel, and she's paying for the hotel with water, and then the father calls, tells him to come home. So they come home, his face is all bandaged, and he's eating this weird looking raw meat, really red color, bloody meat. E.T. mom eats it, she gets sick, and then the dude sticks her in like this bathtub thing. I couldn't understand what was going on there. Another plot hole. So he takes off his bandages like he's freaking out his daughters there, and gets some pliers to make his teeth razor sharp. That's one of the gross out scenes, and it's also one of the storyboards in the bonus features. So this one has a lot of bonus features. Pretty cool disc. And anyways, so towards the end, we really don't know what's going on with that story, but it doesn't really come to a climax. But the other 2, the 1860s and the present day, have an ending to them, which is kind of odd. And so in present day, there's this young white college girl. She's got a roommate who's like getting naked with her boyfriend in the dorm room, and so she gets all ticked off, and she says, why can't you just go back home? Then her parents call. She picks up the phone, and they tell her to come home because her fingernails are coming off, and she's getting the cracked skin on her chest, and or the black spider veins, whatever it is. And so she goes back there. Richard Lynch is her father. Pretty creepy looking guy. He looks like he's about 90, and very much out of shape. So he takes off his shirt, and he goes in the rain. He shows her how to cure herself. She strips butt naked and goes out in the rain, and she's cured. But then her parents tell her, by the way, Richard, the mother, Richard Lynch's wife, looks pretty creepy in this one too. She looks like one of those thick Swedish ladies in Ingmar Bergman movie, and she's pretty creepy herself. So they gang up on the daughter. They tell her to drown her brother. She refuses. She beats Richard Lynch over the head with like some kind of snow globe thing. I don't know what they're called, but he's dead. And so she takes her brother, and he cuts himself. She gets all excited, like, "Oh, the rain's coming!" And then the bald-headed guy with the top hat is he's got magical powers. He's able to transport himself. He can reattach his hand after it gets cut off. So a lot of gore towards the end, and he's got the razor sharp teeth. Also, he likes to bite necks and stuff. He even bites his own severed arm after his hand is chopped off. Pretty weird stuff, man. And just the adults biting the kids creep me out. Kind of like a naughty little thing going on with the adults and the kids. I can understand a vampire biting an adult's neck, but biting a kid's neck, kind of weird, and made me a little skittish, honestly. But anyways, cool flick. Very much recommended. Highly recommended. Check it out, and I'll look for it in the description box if I can find the trailer or the movie itself, or both. So be on the lookout for that in the description box. And sorry I couldn't review 4 like I had been doing. I got a little caught up with work and lack of sleep and whatnot. So try to make up for it. I'll try to get through Autumn on Thursday, but that movie's boring as heck. I turned it off after about 5 minutes and just took a little 15-minute nappy poo in the library with my son there. So I'm not looking forward to doing that review for Autumn, the David Carradine zombie movie. But I definitely want to get this review in because this was quite a pleasant surprise. Great horror movie. Really creepy and a lot of gore and nudity in this one. So check it out later.